And then I started doing some more research, and they said, like, no, really, the only way to find out is, to have a prostate exam, which is a finger of fellowship, before I went in the club yet, right?
The finger of fellowship.
So that
It's a family
was
show.
something to kind of wrap my mind around.
Yo, that's
You know
gonna
what
be
I
the
mean?
title. That's gonna be the title for the show.
That's gonna be the title of the show.
The
Finger
finger of
fellowship.
fellowship.
Hey,
Oh
man.
man.
That's on everything. That's on everything. If you want the latest news and the greatest views, tune into the Central Podcast, the one of my favorite crews. Because the entrepreneurs who grew up together, now they created this show to make the community better. Speaking on being leaders, strong husbands and fathers, role models for our sons and our daughters, to business ownership. Like forget a building, you could own the strip. The squad holding it down as Jay Norris with C. Nick, T-Rel and B. Hicks. So what y'all wanna hear about? Like Hail Marys, they gonna air it out. So kick back and listen, they gonna set it, man. You're gonna be enlightened, and that's on everything. That's on everything. That's on everything. They are here to heal the people like Dr. Sebi, man. That's on everything. They celebrate success, so raise a toast with them and watch the confetti rain. That's on everything. 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 That's on
Word up. This is C. Nick, joined by Jay Norris, T. Reed, and B. Hicks. What's good?
Man, what's
What's going on, fellas?
What's going
Welcome
on?
back to another episode of That's on Everything podcast, where we give you everything that you need and nothing that you don't, and that's on everything.
That's
all.
on
That's on
everything.
Yo, we all smiles right now because we just turned on the mic and this boy B. Hicks.
It's
You know,
going
always
off
keeps a
already.
smile on our face. That's all I can say. Always keeps a smile on our face.
It's
But
a beautiful
smiling is
day,
good
man.
for you. It's healthy, right?
It is. It is.
Yo,
That's what
out.
we're gonna get into today. We're gonna be talking about a lot of health for your wealth. You know
Yeah, I
what
got
I'm
a
saying?
question real quick before we get started.
Oh, for
So why-
sure.
T-Rel, why you don't got your name? Like, is that your IG tag?
Yeah. I just switched it up. What you want? You want me to do the name?
I'm just saying. I thought we was
Tyrell
all,
Reed Senior.
we were supposed to be all uniform.
Hey.
I'm like, why did
Get at him. Y'all get at my boy.
Yeah,
Tyrell Reed Senior. Work with him.
I'm gonna
Hey,
change it.
Hey, he tried to change that boy too.
If we gonna put all our
That boy just said, excuse me, I don't mean to interrupt.
Hey, I think y'all should do it too.
yeah, okay,
This is true. I like that.
I think
like
y'all
that.
should do it too.
okay.
Hey,
all
that
right,
guy
let
was
me-
like, "This is the Temptations, not David Ruffin in the Temptations."
He's like, who is the dude in the front?
Yo, I'm trying to figure out. Okay, how do
I
I?
refuse to let you go.
Oh man, I can already see where this episode is going, dude.
Yo, all I know, Bruce gonna be late. That's all I know. Shit.
Nah, man, I got a hard stop, man.
He said I got a hard stop. Okay, I'm
Got
trying
to.
Word up, word up.
I'm on that super dad duty right now, man. Wife finally got a vacation after many years of dealing with us and making no sacrifices. So she's on her way down to Florida right now.
Okay.
And
That's
really
what's up.
exciting. So yeah, man, I'm on super duper dad duty this week.
You got it, bro.
Enjoy.
Stay strong. You got
Don't
this.
call me either, because I ain't helping.
Bro, this is the easy part, right? Like
Oh yeah, no doubt.
I just gotta keep them fed. That's it.
Keep him
No,
fed,
you know
keep
how
him
dad's
yourself.
chastise. Yeah. Hey, hey,
Hey,
what I say?
Y'all better sit down in there.
you hear that? Whew.
Yo, that's so bad that Kylie.
Yeah,
does
there it is.
that.
That look.
Yo, I do that so much that Kylie does that to Jace. What I say? What I say?
Wow.
I had to walk in the room like, hey, don't. That's me. Don't do that.
It's
That
gonna
only
lose
works
its luster
when
if
I
you
say
start
it.
doing it.
Oh man. Like I was trying to figure out how to change my name, but obviously I don't. So let's go. I think you got to do that before you.
I think you got to do it before you come in.
Yeah, I'm stuck now. I'm Jay Norris now. I know better next time. But y'all know where to find me.
AKA Mr. Health and Wealth. Find him.
Y'all know where to find me.
Workwithjay.com. All right, cool. Yeah, we got some fun topics about health today. We want to talk about self-care. We want to talk about the vasectomy, the chiropractor. Jay had a very interesting day that he's going to tell us about. And if you follow him on Facebook and IG, you saw part of that journey where he went to the chiropractor and got straight as an arrow. You know what I'm saying? That boy was looking relaxed. Like he almost fell asleep in her arms. Just
Bruh. I swear, you know, it's a wonderful experience. Let me just say that before I dive in.
When she put the knee up on my man, I'm like, don't break Jay.
wow.
Don't break Jay.
Oops,
Yeah.
I broke him. That'd be $8.
Yeah. No, but I can dive in that joint if you want me to.
Well, yeah, and then before we do, I mean, the prostate exam, which is obviously something near and dear to our heart. African Americans, I think, disproportionately are impacted a little bit higher than any other ethnic or racial group in the United States. So we definitely got to talk about that. Real quick, and Jay, we will start with you. I want to give a shout out to my boy Amon Royal. Chop just dropped the series Manicure, if you will, on Tubi, which is an interesting topic. Real quick, the show is about a podcaster. Hence, we on the podcast. It's about a podcaster that buys a nail salon, and he hires a couple guys to jump in with him and be manicurists. And they don't know what they're doing, I don't think, because he has to get creative to save the shop. So I haven't had a chance to tune in. I'm looking forward to it. It looks pretty funny. And shout out to boy T Reed. T Reed got a spot in that boy. So y'all go see T Reed on the big screen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm actually, so season 1 just dropped. He got me in season 2. So we have to wait on that one a little bit. We'll have to wait. Go check out season 1 though. It's dope.
I'm going to check it out. I'm supposed to be in there somewhere. A small role. I think I was an extra, but I'm in there somewhere. So I'm looking forward to seeing it. But manicure, real quick, let me ask you about that. You know what I'm saying? Have you got a manicure, pedicure? Do you get manicure, pedicures?
Yeah. Oh no. So I've definitely gotten the mani and the petty boys every time. Pretty much, my wife had, gave me a gift card or something like that. It took me, but I think that's something that you definitely need to do or try, because you know what I'm saying, your feet game got to be right. You can't be coming up in there like, you know what I'm saying, I start sucking the guard toes and
Yo, I was about to say, every time I think about a manicure pedicure, I think about Black Rob on the Saga Continues. He had a skit, the interlude, like Jay was saying. It's called Toe Game. He was like, yeah, I'm in the room with this girl. She's kissed me from head to toe, working down to her feet. And he says, she starts sucking the guy's toes. I start thinking to myself, I ain't had a manicure, pedicure since 89. I know my toe game ain't up to par.
Oh, man. Yeah, that joint. Classic.
Oh, man. But yeah, they relaxing, man. I haven't had one recently, but my wife, she's taken me a couple times, and man, they have you looking good, feeling good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They put your feet up in that blue. I don't know if they do it where y'all at, but the blue solution, the little thing for your feet, man, it'd be warm. But man, then they have your toes looking all. You be like, yeah, son, you be trying to show everybody, you be pointing everywhere, son.
Yeah, man, you be feeling like
you say about 35 miles.
About 35 miles.
And so I got them all the time. But I guess the best experience I've ever had was at a barbershop in South Carolina. Yo, you could go there and you could get the works, like for real. So you would go there, you would get your hair cut. Then you can come through, you can get your facial. Then you could go ahead and book your massage. Then you get your mani and your pedi. And then they had a place like a steam shower, and then you would just go ahead and do your normal shower. So it was dope. And the crazy thing about it was only like $60, $65 for all of that. In addition, they also had like a pool table set up in there. I think there was another board game. I think maybe chess. And they served alcohol beverages. So
wait a minute.
Bro, this was the dopest spot I've ever been to.
Boom room.
I promise I can't go to the barbershop for that long.
But no,
where you been for 3 hours?
But the thing about it is, I mean, on a Saturday,
growing
you
back.
got pink. Like, and you could get your car detailed. Yo, it was just crazy, man. It was like the best Nah, like, yo, you got like open your minds, man. Stop, come off of Baker Street, right?
It sound like a flea market.
It do.
Yo,
Where you at on Crenshaw?
Oh, one-stop shop.
Yeah.
no, I'm telling you, man, it was cold because you could go there, like I said, like let's say at 5 o'clock before you get ready to hit the club. Man, you come out your car tight, your clothes is wet, you ready, you suited and booted, and now you off to the club. Nah, it was great, man. And like I said, for like $65, you can't beat that, man. So nah, and I used to get them all the time when I wore the uniform because you want to be presentable.
Yeah,
That's
no
dope.
doubt.
That's
Yeah,
dope.
It was all the way good, son.
And just FYI to the listeners, Bruce's laptop is not working, so that's why the mic sound may be a little bit louder. So
so it sounds like I'm yelling. Hold on.
No, you can hear. No, you good. No, you good.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah. Because look, he talking to the mic, and the mic.
Oh, wow.
Hey, but just keep it there for you. Just keep it there for uniformity. You know what I'm saying? Just put it back.
Nah.
No, I just want to let them listen.
No, I got to see the mic. I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, do that. Yeah.
Hey, but now I feel like I'm gonna do it in the rap video.
It is what it is.
Nah, dope.
Hey, man, let's go ahead and crack this back. You know what I'm saying? Jay, how'd it go yesterday, man?
Yo, so look, I'm gonna kind of give you the backstory on the chiropractor. So my wife was having like back pain. You know what I'm saying? We bought a new mattress. You know what I'm saying? Had some pain meds or whatever, and it just wasn't working right. So she was like, "Hey, I got an appointment with a chiropractor." You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm I consider myself very knowledgeable when it just comes to health, period. But one of the things that I wasn't up on game was like the chiropractor game, and more so just because it's really not mentioned. Like, you're not gonna go get a checkup and they be like, yeah, you probably need to go get your spine checked out. Because most of the time, if you ain't had a car accident or a sports injury, back pain, you ain't going to the chiropractor. You just not, right? So anyway, so she went and, she was like, I have no pain anymore when I sleep. And I was like, well, look, let me go ahead and get my joint checked out. Like, I ain't got no pain, but I just want to see what's going on. Right. So I went, and actually my spine was out of alignment. Right. Not bad, but it was out of alignment nonetheless. Like my curvature or whatever, because your spine is supposed to curve a certain way with certain degrees. And mine was off. And then my hips were off balance as well. Now I was asking the doc, I was like, well, how come I don't feel this? Right. And she was like, well, your body is always going to compensate for your lack of alignment. So you will never feel it until technically it's too late, right?
She said your stuff was out there doing the dip. To the left, to the left, to the right. Now slide.
So when she showed me the x-rays,
I feel a whoop coming. My bad.
She showed me the x-rays, and I was like, dang, my stuff is like off. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, she was like, have you had any trauma accidents? I was like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Nothing major that you could think of, but it's surprising how like easy your spine can get off alignment, and then how quickly it can get back into alignment just by seeing a chiropractor. So I've been going, I'm on a twice a week plan for like 6 months. You know what I'm saying? She gave us a little exercises to do at home and what have you. And even in one of the things that we did, because we just did like my 8-week x-rays, and she was showing that like, so the curve in my neck, the curve in my neck where my spine is supposed to be 24 degrees. So mine's was like 12, right? So we didn't have that, and that just comes from probably bad posture, slouching. And she was like, just in that short amount of time, it's back to a full 24. So I was like,
wow,
that
was quick.
Yeah, that was very quick. Now, of course, like I said, I wasn't too bad, but now I will tell you this: like, if you haven't been, and this was my first time ever going, you will experience a little bit of discomfort, like for the first 2 days, because it's almost like going to the gym for the first time, and you lifting weights, and those muscles are tearing. You're gonna have that soreness. That's how it is when you go to the chiropractor. But then after that, it was like every time I go in there now, she'd be like, "Cack." It just snaps so easy. Cause like now my stuff is like, it's loose, and it's, it's gelling like it's supposed to. Another thing that she shared with me that I didn't know after I was doing some research is that, man, your spine houses the nervous system for every organ in your body. Mm-hmm. So a lot of times when you're going to the doctor and you may have some issues, like she gave me this example. This one lady was having issues having her cycle because they were trying to get pregnant. So, of course, she's going to the doctor. She's getting on all these meds. They doing, scans and putting her on all this stuff. Long story short, she goes to the chiropractor, gets adjusted, and her cycle starts. She got 2 kids. She was told that she was never going to have kids. She got 2 kids. And because your spine houses the nerves, which is the communication to all of your organs. So her reproductive system wasn't responding because her spine was out of alignment and it was pinching the nerve that goes to the reproductive system.
That's crazy.
So now that when your spine is right, it can communicate to your body a lot better. So vision, lungs, heart, brain, the movement of your limbs, the whole 9. So it's like, bruh, it's crazy how it's so overlooked. But of course I know why, because, it's a natural procedure. There's no medicine involved. So, Big Pharma can't get involved. And when Big Pharma can't get involved, they can't get no money. So it's more of a holistic approach. And most of the time, we in America, so we practice medicine. We don't practice, natural holistic types of things, or of self-care rather.
Yeah. So, and I love the chiropractor. I started going now. Oh, my alarm going off. Really because I've been on this weight loss journey, and as the weight was coming off, my body was changing, and I was starting to get like these different pains. I would have the stiff neck or something, and I ended up going to the chiropractor after trying massage and float therapy and all that. And we could talk about that later because they were both great. But ended up going to the chiropractor, and he showed me how my hips were really affected. Like I would have stiffness on the left side of my neck, and he would show me how really it was the right side of my hip that was causing this curvature all the way up my back and spine. It was great. And I've been seeing Dr. Reyna now for, about 1.5 years. And I tell you, it changed a lot in terms of just feeling good consistently.
Correct. Yep.
Getting those adjustments as needed was great. And it was like, at the beginning, it was regular, like twice a week for like 6-8 weeks. And then it became, more just maintenance after that. So I agree. Recommend that for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I need to get it done. I mean, I was watching the video yesterday. I was like, man, that boy out there getting stretched and everything was turning. And, my neck is stiff right now. So I'm just like, man, it must be, the universe saying, hey, it's about that time.
Yeah. And one thing that she mentioned as well. So, we have these little discs between our spine, right? Mm-hmm. So over time, if you don't get your stuff right, then you will have basically, I forget the medical term for it, but you can have like a bulging disc, or basically your disc is like non-existent, and then your spine starts to seal together. So if you ever see like older people and they got
with the
hunchback, it's because their spine is now gelled together. So now, the way that we move back and forth, that's because we got those discs in our spine that allows us to be fluid. But you get rid of those, then you just stuck, right?
Yeah.
So you don't want to get to that point. You want to make sure that that your stuff is aligned correctly, so that your nerves can communicate with the rest of your body, and that you can move fluidly, and you don't have those issues later on.
Yeah, I got to get in there. I'm trying to do the Genuine, boy. That pony just. I'm trying to be able to do that till I'm like 65 in this boy. Go with that song. Come on, you got to hit that, boom. Yo, real quick, shout out your chiropractor, man. The
no doubt.
You went to.
Oh yeah, so it was Madison Wellness and Chiropractic. So my chiropractor, Dr. Candace Taylor, but we call her Dr. Candace, and it's crazy because she's only like I want to say like 28. Like she's real young. Like she
Oh,
went
wow.
straight to school. Yeah. So man, she's doing fantastic, and yeah, just amazing. Easy to talk to, very very knowledgeable. You know, she educates you on everything. You know, just great bedside manner, man. So I appreciate her, and she's getting me and my wife right.
Absolutely. Shout out to Candace for getting
That's dope.
everybody tight and right. All right, we're gonna move down here to Mr. B. Hicks. I'm gonna read something to you, and I want you to jump in on this, son.
Okay.
The most common risk factor is age. The older a man is, the greater chance of getting prostate cancer. You an old dude, son. So
Yeah.
so men are at risk for prostate cancer. You are at increased risk for getting a prostate cancer if you're African American. That's all of us. You know what I'm saying? So I know you had the prostate exam. Can you educate the people on your experience and why it's important to get that done?
Absolutely. And just to piggyback off the chiropractor, I had to step away. Man, it's life changing. Just like T-Rail, you know, went on a weight loss journey. I was up at I think I was the highest I remember was 282, which is huge. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I wasn't
you're
gonna say
welcome.
no, but Jay done said it.
Hey, and what kind of friends are these cats to not tell me, like, bro,
I thought you
you
was
filling
good.
up the screen?
Thought you was good with it, like Jay said.
Thought you was
That's
okay with it.
Bruh, you can't tell people, yo, you know what? You get like you wouldn't like my 300-pound life fat. I thought you know you was
600 pounds.
Oh, it's 600. My bad.
Exactly. See, his mind don't even go that high.
That's right. But you was holding it so well. I was like, Bruce, maybe he must be good with that. Your feet don't
was
hurt.
holding
you know
it so well.
Too much salt make your feet fat.
I mean, you thick, girl. You thick. Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
But no, and Jay, you hit it. So, I do have degenerative disc disease, right? Which is the
That's the
breakdown
term I'm
of the
looking for.
fluids that Jay's talking about. I can't remember what it's called, right? The technical term, but the disc, they have a gel that wraps around them, and as that dissipates, like you said, your spine fuses together, and then your flexibility and mobility completely changes. So no, the weight loss is huge, right? And a lot of people are always talking about how all my feet are always hurting, all my knees are always hurting. Well, do yourself a favor, right? Go and pick up like 2 gallons of milk and then walk around with that. Then go put it down and walk around. That's 16 pounds. You just lost that weight. So right off the bat, all my back pain, well, not true, but because I have degenerative disc disease, but a significant amount of my back pain is just, significantly decreased. Foot pain, knee pain, lower hip pain, all that stuff changes because of the weight loss. And like T was saying, and Jay was saying, like getting lined up. So just like your haircut, right? You walking around, you think you're looking good, until the barber puts that, you know what I mean, puts that line in there. And then once you have your line up in, now you crisp. You feel better, you walk better. Actually, I see better. And it how you crack my back and make my vision clear. You know what I mean? Because like Jay said, it's all wrapped around your spine. So yeah, if you haven't been with a chiropractor, don't just go with anyone. Like Jay was saying, T-Rail was saying, you need to go with someone who's going to have an X-ray machine, so that they know they're just not in there popping your back all out of alignment, and you walk out and you're worse off. And then there's a treatment plan. So if someone tells you in 2 adjustments we're going to have you walking 100% straight, I would get a second opinion, because it took 40 years for my back to get messed up. It's going to take a significant amount of time for it to get corrected. So just make sure you're dealing with a doctor who's competent and who has a patient care plan for you. I go to Dr. Terry over on Centurion Way in Lansing. Real easy to talk to. And like I said, man, he got me tight like some cornrows. So yeah, chiropractors are nice for sure. And then prostate exam. So yeah, it's important, man. Yeah, you cats are live today, man. You
Keep
catch a
going.
lot.
Keep going.
Yeah, so we were talking about
Yeah, talking about your
The
prostate,
prostate.
boy.
yeah, the prostate exam. So I'm adopted, so I really don't know too much about my biological history. And uh just working around with older guys, they would always say, "Hey, young man, make sure you're taking care of yourself." And then they were a lot of black males, so make sure you're doing these things at certain, benchmarks, i.e., getting the prostate exam. So it was kind of discouraging because the first time I went and asked for it, my doctor said, "No, that's not something you need."
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, well, how are you going to tell? Like, my insurance card is good up until it expires, so you're going to decline my cert. All right, so then we went. I went to another doc, and he was kind of the same way. She's like, why would you do that? And so I kind of explained it to him. And so we ended up doing some blood work because I guess you can do the same thing with blood work. So we did blood work, and that all came back decent. And then I started doing some more research, and they said, like, no, really the only way to find out is, to have a prostate exam, which is a finger of fellowship, before I went in the club yet, right?
Finger of fellowship.
So that
It's a family
was
show.
something to kind of wrap my mind around.
Yo, that's
You know
gonna be
what
the
I mean?
title. That's gonna be the title for the show.
That's gonna be the title of the show.
The
finger of
fellowship.
Hey,
Oh
man.
man.
You cats don't know, man.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Keep going. Sorry. Keep going, Zane.
Please. It's just getting good. It's just getting good.
Wait, is that a medical term?
Yo, man.
It sounds pretty official.
Woo! Can't wait to drop that.
Yo, y'all got the chuckles today, man.
Hey, it's Friday, pimpin'. Hey,
Yo,
man, we need to
oh
do this
man,
as a
I'm
board,
trying
man.
to
I'm
be
sorry.
sick. The one time I tried, the one time. So no, man. I mean, like, and that was, something that as a man, you don't want that, because it's an invasive procedures, less manly than you would prefer to be at a moment in your life. But for my family, for my longevity, and like I said, not knowing really what my family history is like, I thought, you need to truly buckle down and make this sacrifice. So we went ahead and did it. It's quick. It's not something I'm going to do monthly, but when it's time, you want to do it because from all the research that I read and talking to different individuals who, and actually it was funny, man. I actually set up another exam, but my doctor's retiring, so I got to get another doctor to do it. But when we came back from Miami, I was sitting next to a gentleman who just beat prostate cancer. And this man was at like stage 3. And once you get past 3,
Coming back.
they pretty much tell you to clear out your 401k. You know what I mean? So, and he was African American. Listen,
African American. That's what I was going to ask. Yeah.
Yep, young, had just retired from the U.S. Army, so healthy. I mean, that's how we got to chop it up. He's seen some identifying gear on me and started talking about it. But yeah, he was like 52, black, retired pilot from the Army, prostate cancer. Like, I think he said, and don't quote me on this, I think he said he retired and like 4 months later found out that he had prostate cancer. It's like, wow.
So what is the age that you're supposed to have the prostate exam?
So it's 40 across the board.
Right.
African Americans, last I knew, and I think it was at that time, it was around 35 or 38. They want us to go a little sooner.
Yeah.
My first encounter was in my, I want to say early 30s, maybe like 31, 32, when I was, trying to figure out what to do. But I don't quote me on it. I think it's 35 or 38. But for sure by 40, you're supposed to have done it by 40. So come on, Corey.
Yeah, that finger of fellowship is calling, son.
Hey, there it is. Hey, get a skinny doctor, son.
Man, y'all crazy.
Man.
We make light of it and we're laughing about it, but it's a serious topic. And I would venture to say that most of the folks, most of the black guys that we know or grew up with or hung around probably don't know this and haven't taken that step. Because look, I mean, just looking at us, I haven't done it.
No, I haven't done it either.
Jay hasn't done it. Corey hasn't done it. I consider myself to be moderately well informed on certain things and relatively healthy to a degree. So like this is an important thing, and even though we make light about it and we laughing because we always on it, it's a serious thing, and we definitely got to make sure we encourage folks to take that step and go meet a skinny doc.
Even a female will work. I mean, just somebody who don't play hockey or football, son. You know what I mean? But and like I said, I mean, once you take off the masculine side of the thought of it and make it more of a medical procedure, then it's just like everything else. It's just like everything else. And then the thought of knowing that, okay, I'm good for another year. I don't know. It just make you feel like, okay, cool. I did.
So is that what the advice was every year from 40 and beyond? You get the
I really don't know. That's the treatment plan I wanted to be on, because you can go from 0 to 100 real quick with prosthetic.
Okay.
So I don't know what it is for everyone else. I'm like, I'll be back. And your physical,
let me Google.
I'm gonna cough.
Yeah.
Flip around. You know what I'm saying? And do your thing, and then we're done. I mean, I'm out of there. I mean, it's 10 more seconds.
But like you said, I mean, you black men listening. I mean, everybody, obviously, if you're an older man, you at a higher risk. But African Americans, Black Americans, you are at an increased risk, 50% more likely to get prostate cancer and dying from it if you are African American. So, it's definitely
two of us.
Right. That's definitely on the roadmap for me, because I'm at that 40 mark. So we got to get that finger fellowship, as they say.
So from what I'm seeing on Google, it says every 2 years, like starting at minimum age 40, every 2 years you should get it checked.
Yeah. And I tried, Bruce, like you said, when I had my physical a couple of years ago, I think I was 35, 36. And I asked the same, I was like, yeah, let's go ahead and knock it all out. Like Earthquake said, I got that Obamacare. Like, let's get it. Let's do it all.
No doubt.
But they was like, nah, you're not of age. And I think, like you said, it's more of an insurance game where they don't want to pay for it, whatever. So you have to come up with a reason, like, oh, I got blood in my stool or family history. And then they'll be more, compensating to your needs. But if you're 40, African American, you need to get up in there, baby.
I'm trying to tell you, look, I'm 40% Nigerian. I'm high risk. Let's get it.
Yes, sir.
No doubt.
All right. So we talked about the finger of fellowship. Let's move on to another topic that's sensitive as well. Shooting the club up. Shoot the club up. Yo, vasectomy. Who has a vasectomy? I have a vasectomy. I got a vasectomy. That's it?
No, I don't.
I'm the only one in the club. Wow.
Yeah. So you can do your genuine role freely. I gotta be careful.
And then like Smooth Criminal. Remember Smooth Criminal?
I can hit all my free throws. I'm good. So I'm like 99%, son.
No, I'm good. No, my wife actually had her tubes tied, so I'm good.
Okay, so you got the tubes tied. What T-Rail B. Hicks, from your point of view, why do you think you haven't got the vasectomy, or do you want a vasectomy before I go into the vasectomy deal?
Dang, I feel like right here.
Bruce, I mean, Jay said, wifey got her tubes tied, so.
Well, no, it's I actually I was married before, and so I had 2 kids, and a boy and a girl, and I was done. It was at like 21, maybe 20. I don't know how old it was. It was in my 20s. So I went to the doctor to get it done. Well, here's the funny story. I thought I was going to talk. They brought the stuff, and I was like, "Whoa, what you?"
I had the same experience.
And they were like, "Nah, it's either yes or no." I was like, "This is not right now for me," so I didn't go through with it. And thank God, because I ended up meeting my current wife, who I love very, very much. We got a lot of kids. I don't know why we did that. But
shoot the club up, shoot the club.
hey, it's fun. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're on the Gravitron, it's a lot of fun. And when you get off the Gravitron, you're like, oh.
Yeah.
But anyways, so no, we talked about it. Might be down there, you know what I mean, down the range. But
Word
yeah.
up. Okay.
Yes, and for me, saying it's definitely something that I've considered and wanted to do, and especially since having the twins, no more kids coming here. We good, we done. So it's
God, you listening? Do you hear what I'm saying?
Trust me. It's a whole nother podcast. But anyways, so we talked about it. And actually makes a lot of sense, to just, take that, take that risk off the table. You know what I mean? So we can just live and head to this recliner and vacation life.
No doubt.
So let me unpack it because. Oh, go ahead, Jay. Go ahead. Oh, that was B. My bad. I thought it came from up here.
But yeah, no worries. But also, there's an inherent risk. The older you are, male and female, right, to reproduce, and it's such things as diabetes, just high risk pregnancies, can make things worse for a family, or that risk heightens it, the older you get. So I mean, it's definitely something we want to take a look at, much sooner than later. You know what I mean? Because, well, one, I'm 40, bro. I'm good.
You still locked and loaded.
No, son, I'm good. Right. But for a woman, I think, and don't quote me on this, what is it, like 38? Anything over 38 is considered high risk?
I think that's about right. But women are having babies at older ages now. It seems like it's happening. So that's what I'm saying. It's definitely possible. That part is changing. But yeah, you're right. I think as you get older, things become higher risk. So let me tell you about my experience and the whole vasectomy, yellow brick road, if you will. So yeah, a couple years ago, before my last child was born, little Jace the Ace. So over 7-8 years ago, I went to the doctor and got a consultation. And I was just like you, B. I went in there. Actually, my wife was with me. I was like, yes, a consultation. That's what I kept saying. This is a consultation. In my mind, all I came to do was talk. So we went.
That's all.
Yeah, that's it. So we go back in the back, and I went in I think I was I left work early to go to the doctor. So I had my button down, my slacks, everything. I was not in a relaxed state. I was in a business state. So I go in there, we sit down. He comes out with some pamphlets and he's like, yeah, this is some information I'm going to cover with you. And we talk for about maybe, 15 minutes. And he was like, okay, you ready? And I was like, ready for what? No, I got to go back to work, son. And he was like, well, the procedure takes minimum 10 minutes, maybe. He was like, so we can get it done. I've told you everything. You said, you got 2 kids, you're happy, you don't plan on having any more kids. So if that's how you feel, I'm willing to, complete the procedure for you today. It's out of patient surgery.
How old were you?
I had to be 35, 36 at the time.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, yeah, I'm a old 35, 36 because I got 2 kids. You know what I'm saying? One's, I think Cardi was 1st, 2nd grade, maybe. And CJ was right behind her. And I'm like, I had a girl and a boy. That's it. Anything else, you getting greedy. So I was like, yo, that's how I felt. I'm good. And then, we went on. I didn't get it done that day, obviously. And so went on with life. We started planning and, I'm going to get this lack. I'm going to do this vacation. We're going to do this. And then, yeah, we got the great news that Jace the Ace was on the way. And I was like, man, this is about to change everything. And it did. It changed, kind of our plan and, financially and stuff, put some things on hold. But, blessing, obviously having Jace the Ace here. But right before he was born, I think right at 6 months before he was born, manned up on him. We did some research. We found my man right down the street here at Katie and Memorial, Ramesh. Went in there. He gave me the consultation. I was like,
I don't need to talk.
I already know, son. Where do I sign? And I mean, really walking in like, you need to eat, be relaxed, wear something comfortable.
So he went in with the hoop shorts. Like, no, I'm ready.
I had a warm up on. I had a Kobe warm up on at the time. I had the little zipper with the slack boy you can pull off.
The breakaways.
The breakaways. Yeah, you want to they can shave you or you can shave yourself. Preferably, I would say shave yourself because she gonna come in there with that prison razor, in the foam. And I was like, "No, I'm good, baby. I'm good. I'm just need to see the doc so we can do this." But man,
not the big boy.
She, like that white razor. I don't know where she got that from.
It's that's the one in your grandma's shower. You cut your hand up every.
Why you in there touching stuff?
I'm not even touching that. I'm just looking at it. I don't even want to get close to that razor. Man, for real. But there are a couple. Oh, I got an echo. Can y'all hear it?
Yeah, me too. Is that Bruce?
Oh no. Yeah, Dave. Thank you very much. Yo, a couple of myths before we talk about the actual procedure, because the procedure is quick. It's 10 minutes. In and out. A lot of men worry about, number one, I think like ejaculation. You think that I'm not going to be able to, ejaculate. That's just going to go away. My stream is gone. You're going to cut the sprinkler off, and that's not even true. The fluid, I think, is really comprised of 3 different fluids, and sperm. The actual sperm is like 1%. So, and when you get the procedure, they're actually cutting the tube, the sperm tube. So your ejaculation, all the stream, your milk, whatever you want to call it, like that is intact 100%. So whatever you had
Same
before,
cocktail, no ice.
There you go, baby. I love how you put that. 99.9% is the same. And then I think the second big thing is men worry about sperm production. Like, am I still going to be able to produce sperm all day, every day? You just have cut that pipeline. And what happens is your body actually absorbs it. You know what I'm saying? It absorbs it. And if it's not used, just like any other time, post or after, and it's absorbed by your body and then put back into your system to use down the road. But since you have cut the pipeline, you don't have to worry about that, that offspring. And then number 3, like Jay was mentioning, they say, oh, well, my wife is fixed, or I'm gonna get my wife fixed. And the thing is, that's a choice that every couple has to make, which is fine. But it's easier for men because it's outpatient surgery for us. You know what I'm saying? And women, they have an invasive deal where the tubes are tied, or like birth control, taking a pill, or even like some type of implant. Like everything for them is very invasive or hard on their body. And for us, it's a 10-minute procedure. No scalpel. That's old school. There is no scalpel. So if you go in there and somebody bring out the blade, you need like Edward Scissorhands, like you need to go get, you need to go see another doctor because that's straight old school. So my doctor out here in Katie Memorial, he told me, it was like, there's no scalpel. It's going to be a laser procedure. So the incision is done. It's done with a laser, and it's a very small speck of a hole. And so, he goes in, he cuts the tubes, and the wound itself is going to heal from the inside. So it's going to actually pull everything back, and it'll close, like natural healing. So, like I said, not invasive for us, outpatient surgery. I mean, you could literally go back to work the same day. You can shower. Hell, you can have sex if you want to.
So what was the recovery like? Because I remember back in the day hearing about cats got to sit on the bag of ice for a week.
Well, again, that might have been because they did the scalpel procedure. And then, I mean, I think it's going to depend a little bit on your threshold for pain. You're going to get a local anesthetic, so you're not going to feel any of the procedure itself. You might feel a little tug here and there, but you won't feel any pain. It's painless. I guarantee you it's 99.9% painless. So you're going to be completely numb. You won't feel that. Now, afterwards, they do say, hey, go down. Go home, lay down, put your feet up. You might want to ice a little bit, just to, kind of bring that that tenderness feel, if you will, down. And that's going to be reduced as the hours pass by. Like, you're going to be literally, you can go back to work. Like, I don't care if you cutting grass or working at Home Depot. You can go back to work if you want to.
Wow.
But I would just say, hey, take it easy. Like, you know, maybe a day or two until you feel like, hey, I can move and groove a little bit. Now you do have to get your checkup. You know, I think it's like 4 months, if I remember correctly, where, you know, you drop off a specimen, or you give a specimen in lab and they test it. And once you do 2 specimens, you provide 2 specimens, they'll give you the clear. So you'll get a piece of paper that says, hey, you are now in the vasectomy club. You are 99.9% vaccinated or vaxxed, and you good. You can shoot the club up, baby. Shoot the club up. And then 2 other things. I think the doctor was telling me about, you know, when we were having the conversation. Oh, like cancer. So, you know, some people worry about, it's going to cause cancer, but it's a very, very low risk that anything like that causes cancer. They haven't seen any spikes contributed to, you know, having a vasectomy, you know, in men, and then, you know, seeing the cancer rates go up due to vasectomies. And then the last one, you know, vasectomies will lower my testosterone. Basically, like, I won't have a desire to have sex, or my libido will drop. And that is false. In fact, your stuff is going, like, would you say, Jay, we watching the charts?
Candles.
Your candles gonna be going like this, Shane. because you're gonna feel so liberated. You know, like T was saying, you ain't got to worry about any, you know, unplanned pregnancies. You don't have to worry about retirement being pushed back. You don't have to worry about anything financial being delayed, because you don't have that financial responsibility that comes with parenthood, right? And that just is like for everybody, for you, for the wifey, but for men, you're gonna be like, hey, hello, is the club open?
You sleep.
I'm telling you, because I'm
right,
like, what kind of house you got to get for 4 kids? Because
I don't know if they make those. You got to get bunk beds. That's all it is.
You know, man.
Yo, and that's real talk, because when Jace came, we got a bigger house and a bigger car. So it changes the game financially. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I highly recommend it. There's some cats that, you know, I work out in the gym with, and they, you know, it kind of came up in conversation. And one of them recently just got his vasectomy done. And he's like, man, I just feel lighter on my feet. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah,
dunk today.
I was like, hey, wait till you get your papers, baby. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be feeling real good. And it was that same conversation, though, just about health and kind of what you wanted for your marriage and your life and kids. He was like, man, kids are just crazy expensive, man. And, you know, having another one or two, like you love them, you appreciate that journey and that blessing. But if you're done, if you know, 35 or older, and you got a couple kids, I would definitely say that need to be on your list. You know what I'm saying, to get done. So that's the journey, baby. That's the journey. Did we?
That was good info. That was he had to take off. He had a hard stop.
Word up.
But that was great info. I mean, it I guess it demystifies to a degree, you know, the procedure, you know, and all that, because, you know, I've been wanting it, but it's like, I don't know if I want to be down.
Have you ever gotten the line for Chick-fil-A?
Yeah, of course.
That's how quick the procedure is. Real talk.
Yeah,
you know how the boy come out quick. And he be like, what you want? Number one? What's your name? Okay, boom, boom. Thank you. And you get to that's it.
Yeah, no,
that's dope.
If you've been to Chick-fil-A, you can get a vasectomy. That's how quick it is. Like, it's in and out, it's outpatient. The recovery is, I mean, minimum. You know, you're not going to be down a long time. So, and then
did your insurance cover that?
That's a good question. Yeah. So really, it's a preventative procedure. So depending on your carrier who you with, you're probably looking at $30 to $100. So it was $30 for me. Versus how much does a kid cost?
about a study show, when this was a while ago, $250,000 by the time they're 18.
I got 3 of them.
So, but that was a while ago, with inflation. So,
And this inflation is crazy.
yeah, something stupid. Yeah, but since, and I want to go back if we got a little time. T-Rail was talking about some other ways that that he engages in, maintaining his health, self-care. He was talking about the floating. And,
I love the float, man.
How was the float, baby? How was the float?
The float and the float is incredible because that's like the ultimate relaxation right there. You're talking about getting what is the equivalent of 8 hours of sleep in a 40-50 minute float session. Absolutely incredible. And I had to do it in stages. I went from an open air tank to then going into the pod because I was a little bit nervous and claustrophobic, but I don't know if every city has them. I know that, y'all got them because we talked about it, but if you can find a way to do some float therapy, it's dope. And the place I go to, Tampa Floats.
Tampa Floats.
Yeah. Shout out to Tampa Floats. You can float and then go into the infrared sauna right after. And it's like, man, that is a great way to spend an hour and a half, 2 hours and come out just feeling absolutely recharged.
Yeah, absolutely.
So explain because I had no idea what a float was, and I've done it, and it is fabulous. So kind of just explain to the people exactly like what is a float, because most people think like I can't swim, so I can't go float.
Yeah, so and you don't have to worry about being able to swim or anything. It's set up as a sensory deprivation chamber where you basically turn off your senses. It's dark, so you can't see. It's quiet. You can't hear. You're in the tank. You're floating in a saline solution, so a saltwater tank. So you're incredibly buoyant. So you're not gonna, and it's not deep. It's shallow.
Yeah,
so
it's about like maybe 6-7 inches of water.
Yeah, it's not a lot of water. Very shallow. You can have soothing music or whatever, something like that. But I get in there with the earplugs, and it's just like turning the world off. It's incredible. So sensory deprivation, where you kind of reset your body by turning your senses off for 30 minutes or 50 minutes or hour, whatever session you decide to do. Very interesting experience. I hadn't heard of it. I'd heard of it, but I hadn't really gotten into it before my wife signed me up, and I did it. It was sweet. Something I try to do as often as I can.
Yeah, the first time I did it, because I didn't even know we had one. I had heard about it in Memphis, but I didn't know we had one in here in Jackson. And I did it like the first time. It was kind of awkward because just like kind of floating is like, and then like so I did it in the floated in a chamber, so everything went pitch black, and then you can hear the music underwater, just kind of some calming meditation music, and then that cuts off. So it's just like you with your thoughts, but then eventually your thoughts go away.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like crazy and
forced meditation.
Yeah, like forced meditation. Yeah. So after a while, I just started going to sleep in that boy.
Yep.
Word up. I did it too. I think it was last year or the year before last when my wife, who's a bodybuilder, she was in prep, and she was doing it for a couple different reasons: the flow spa, and then the cryotherapy and the massage. So we did the massage. I think she did the cryotherapy as well, and I did the actual float in that spa, in the tub, if you will. Mm-hmm. But man, it was serene. Like I did the massage, and then we got into the room. You got the robes, you got the whole room, you got the tub. You can close the capsule or leave it open based on if you claustrophobic or whatnot. You got the saline solution, like you said, in there. The music was playing, and then I fell asleep. Like, and they tell you, man, you're gonna get so relaxed in here. So if you fall asleep, it's okay. Like we'll come get you. I think the music turned off when your time was up.
Yeah,
so
yeah. Mine like
an hour or
so.
so.
Fresh water started flowing in, so you kind of woke you up, which is dope.
But that flotation therapy is the truth, because you, like you say, you so relaxed. It's like I never been in space, but that's what I imagine like being in space is. It's like just floating, just you are weightless in this serene solution. So definitely highly recommend it. The one in Katy is called Float Spa Katy. And they have a great facility. You can get the flotation therapy, the full body cryotherapy, targeted cryotherapy, hydro massages. They got the infrared saunas, compression therapy, brain tap therapy. I'm just looking at the website. I mean, they got it all up in this facility for real.
Right.
No doubt.
Yeah,
no
definitely
doubt.
recommend checking that out. And massage, excuse me, and massage too.
Oh yeah.
That should be as regular as you get in those mani pedis.
Word
Definitely
up.
keep somebody's hands on your muscles.
No, yeah. You can't go wrong with a nice massage, man. I need to. I'm due for one right now.
Now, do y'all go to the like a facility, or do y'all have like an in-house masseuse that works your body, the body work?
Yeah, so my wife goes to a facility, and I actually haven't been in a while, but we have some options. Like the one that she goes to, she actually has the option to do house calls, if you will. But it's one not too far from here that I'm gonna try out. You know what I'm saying? Because one of my guys that was pretty big here on the massage tip had recommended me to her. So I'm gonna try it out.
Yeah, and I go to there's actually a salon, and they do a little bit of everything, but I do the massage over there, and it's dope.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Word up. I haven't got the massage. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's one of those things for some reason I never jumped into, but working out and exercising, you definitely need it though.
So I'll tell you a funny story about my first massage. And Yomi set it up for me. And now she was like asking me the questions before I went. She's like, they asked if you wanted a male or female. I'm like, oh, female. Please.
Female? Is that
okay? Yeah, female, please hook that up for me. But I get there and they're like, oh, we know that you requested a female, but we don't have any females available. You still want to go? And I'm like, well, I'm here now. It was like a birthday gift or something. She's like, we got Peter or Santiago.
Santiago.
And I'm like, well, Santiago sound a little exotic, so I'm gonna go with Peter. And Peter come out, and Peter, if you could imagine Peter from Family Guy, the dad showing up, he had on like the work boots, big dog, like, oh man, and I was so uncomfortable throughout that. It was like this whole experience was just like, oh my God. I couldn't get my mind off of the fact that I didn't get a lady like I was expecting, and I had this man Peter rubbing me when I felt like he should have been working on my car, and so I couldn't get my mind there to really
frustrated.
Enjoy it.
You couldn't relax.
I couldn't relax.
Man, come on, man.
So then, but I tried again, and I went the second time, and I made sure they had a lady for me. And she was like, oh, we got this, got a lady for you. And I promise you, she was Peter's twin sister.
Patricia.
But the massage was whack. Like it was like,
oh wow.
It wasn't. So then I'm learning the game. Like I need somebody strong. I need the work. Like I need deep tissue. I need somebody that's gonna really dig in on me. So then it's like, all right, so now I got to do his name, little fella. He's a little fella. His name Colin, but he's sweet and he's strong. But I had to get over that mental thing. Like I ain't want no man rubbing on me like that. But I was like, give me Colin. Let's go. Let's get it.
Man, the best massage I ever had, dude, was in Mexico. I think it was I don't know if it was Cancun or not, but it was somewhere in Mexico. We was at a resort. And you know how like the resorts, they got their spa and stuff. But then if you go on the beach, you know what I'm saying, you got the locals getting their hustle on. So you know what I'm saying, they got the joints out there for like half off. You know what I'm saying? So I go out there. It was only like, I think the spa was charging like maybe like $80. Man, they were charging a cool $35.
Let me get two.
I was like, yep. And then it was right on the beach and the breeze was hitting.
Wait a minute. Because now this is where you messed me up. Because this is why I kind of stayed away from the massage. Because you know how you be in the mall. Well, at least out here in Katy and Houston, there's always like that kiosk.
Oh yeah, with the chairs.
And everybody is, I can't put my face in that donut. I can't do it.
Oh, they're gonna put a fresh towel on there for you.
They're gonna Clorox.
Nope. Yeah.
Can't do it.
But that's the chair, boy.
That's just a chair massage. That's a baby massage.
Yeah, I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying, down to your drawers on the table.
Hey.
Yeah, that's ain't nothing like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just want to undress to your comfort level.
to your
I'm
comfort
trying-
level.
I'm trying to see what that could be like.
All that.
Right.
Hey, boy, Jay said I'm comfortable.
Yeah. Comfortable.
Wow,
It
I'm
ain't
trying
no
to see
thing.
what that could be
You
like.
know what I'm saying? This is all, hey.
Corey, you got to do it, bro. Because the
Oh,
massage.
yeah. I can't believe you
massage
had
is
a
next level.
massage. Oh, man. Yeah.
And I've had plenty of opportunities because Ruby, I mean, she gets the body work, she does the cupping, she does massaging, she does the stretch lab. I mean, she does all these things for recovery. But yeah, I just need to get on it, man. I just need to get in there. And
That's
she's like,
next for me,
you want me to
stretch
make an
lab.
appointment? I'm like, all right, word up. Yeah, the stretch lab is kind of a new thing. You know, if you just want to be, you know, more limber, especially if you're, you know, lifting weights or playing a sport, good for your joints. Get you more limber and, you know, kind of get you back to square one. So, you know, her and CJ actually have taken the stretch lab
Yeah,
session. So
they
it's
just
good for
opened
you.
one up out here, so I'm gonna check it out. My trainer helps me with a lot of the stretch work when I go to him, but I'm gonna check out that stretch lab for sure.
Word up, word up.
And go to the gym. I know we've been talking health, we've been doing that. Y'all go to the gym.
Go to the
Don't
gym.
skip that gym. That's the most basic, important piece. Like,
And the
Yeah.
gym memberships are on sale right now. It's crazy. I found out I used to go to 24-hour fitness prior to COVID and the pandemic. And I switched to LA Fitness just because they were like the first gym to open up facility wise. And then they have a court in there so you can play basketball as well. But 24, I was talking to some cats in there and it was like, yeah, you know, you can go in there and get a membership for $10. I ain't never heard of
Ain't no
24-hour
excuse.
fitness. Yeah,
Oh.
$10, like that's crazy. No, it's supposed to be like limited to cardio and specific you know, parts of the facility. But
yeah, okay.
once you in there, once you pass the desk,
It's a wrap.
you can go swimming if you want to.
Especially if it's 24 hours, man. Them the early late night boys, they
Nah.
like
Oh,
whatever. They watching Netflix.
Yeah,
But if
true
you're
that.
not gonna go to the gym, at least walk. Like
Oh, for sure.
just get up and
Walk your dog, something.
do something on your lunch break. On, you know what I'm saying, if you just gonna get 10 minutes of just activity of your limbs. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and eat right too. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother
for
podcast.
sure.
I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
go forever. But
We're
like,
gonna have to do that one though.
yeah, because I got a whole backstory on that. But yeah, just you know, can't just do the potato chips, you know what I mean? And the fried chicken.
Jay pulled out the jackfruit pulled pork boys, like,
Oh,
hold
yeah.
up.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I get your ride, you know,
Yeah, we'll do that one.
on some
Word up,
plant-based.
word up. All right, fellas, great discussion. This was another great episode of That's on Everything podcast, where we give you everything that you need and then that you don't, and that's on everything.
That's on everything.
For
You thought I was
sure.
gonna mess it up,
Yes,
but I
sir.
didn't.
You thought you was gonna mess it up.
He was like, let me focus, let me concentrate.
Hey, that's on everything.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
funny.
no doubt, no doubt.